viewers, be very welcome to this new video. Today we're going to talk about the blessed Carlo Acutis, but before going to it, I would like to apologize for the last video because the battery of the camera ran out, so I couldn't finish recording all the video in which I specified all the things related to saint people, but I will tell you through this one so you can know. So let's go into it. Okay, so first we're going to see his family nucleus, starting by his parents, by Antonia Salazano and Andrea Acutis, who enrolled Carlo Acutis into believer schools in which he could learn good habits and practices to be a good man, to be a good guy, a good person for himself and for others. So look how important it is to take care of the family and that they take care of you. And they can be your parents, your aunt and uncle, or maybe if you don't have terminal parents, don't worry so much about it because you know that you have two incredible and celestial ones, that is God and the Holy Mary, who always take care of you, who have taken care of you even before you were born until now, and they will make it forever because all they want is your wellness. And see how important it is that you select well the places where you decide to go to because they can influence on you hugely. And if you are a mother or a father and you're deciding the places, the school where your children will go, you must be very careful about the place and all the places that your kids are going to visit because all of them will influence on them enormously. Carlo Acutis was born on May 3rd of 1991 in UK and passed away on October 12th of 26 in Italy. He was an Italian student who used to love a lot the programming and used to documentate Eucharistic miracles in all the world, cataloging them on a website. The miracle that happened in my country was the one in which a wave of the sea was about to destroy a whole city, but a pope that was in there has a holy host put it just in front of the wave, being very brave doing it, and he prayed faithfully and hoping that that wave will stop, and actually it was what happened. And because of the prayer, the city was saved. Carlo Acutis was a missionary. And why a missionary? Because since he was a little boy, he influenced hugely in his school and his high school. Actually, because of his behavior, he was stood out by the institution, and he also claimed the importance of the Eucharist, which surely must have helped him to behave well, to follow the good path, and actually show that example to others because it was that was inside of him. And he called the Eucharist as the highway that leads to heaven. Now let's see some of his good practices. He liked pity and praying in churches. He defined his devotion to the Eucharist, as we were seeing, and to the Virgin Mary, who named like the only woman of his life. He became interested in the history of the apparition of the Virgin Mary in Lourdes and in Fatima. There's a series of 3 videos of this last one in this channel if you want to check it out. He studied the lives of saints, so you can see once more that as humans we learn from the example of others. So it's pretty important that we pay attention to those who behave well and to those that have good habits because what we see is what we learn and what we finish doing. He also confessed once a week. He prayed the rosary every day. He also used his free time to visit the elderly. He saved money to give to those in need. He helped the homeless. He volunteered in soup kitchens. And he helped as a catechism. This phrase can be a bit hard if we see internally because maybe if we go deep can be sadness or issues or things to resolve. But if we see outside and we look around and we look beyond, there must be a reason why the things are happening, why the things are like they are now. Because if we want to focus on someone who behaved well, who did it right, who was the only one perfect, it was Jesus. It is Jesus. So we must focus on the cross, on his sacrificing for us, on his life, because his whole life is an example for us, is the best one. And his crucifixion only shows us that sometimes things can look bad, but in reality, at the end, they have a purpose. And all the things that happen in your life is because of something. It's because God wants them that way so you can move forward. At the age of 7, Carlo expressed his desire to receive communion, and from there until his last day of life, he assisted to the Mass every day. So surely it must have helped him to behave better and better every day. So if you have never gone to the church or assisted to a Mass, I want to encourage you to allow yourself to go and to see by yourself how it is, and don't guide just by what others say, but just give yourself the opportunity, the chance to go and receive the peace that is indescribable. On one occasion he said, if we approach the Eucharist every day, we go straight to paradise. He was proclaimed as the saint patron of the internet, and it was because he created a website where he cataloged all the Eucharistic miracles as we were seeing all around the world. So if you want, you can search the website of Carlo Acutis and you can find the Eucharistic miracle that happened in your country. He fell ill with leukemia, and the day that he passed away, he said, I offer to the Lord the sufferings that I will have to suffer for the Pope and for the Catholic Church, as not to have to be in purgatory and to be able to go directly to heaven. Carlo was beatified on February 12th of 2020 by the Pope Francis. And let's remember that for a person to be beatified, there must be a whole study of his life, a rigorous and meticulous one, in which all his life is studied since he was very young until the day of his death. And let's keep in mind that for him to be beatified, there must be a miracle attributed to him too, and it was an explicable healing of a child in Brazil. This miracle must be approved not only by the church, but also by science and medicine. According to the studies, this miracle happened with the intercession of Carlo Acutis, and this kid could be healed without help of the medicine. Okay, so now that we saw the Carlo Acutis life, we can see what he did exactly and we can follow his example too. So now I would like to encourage you to choose 2 or 3 specific habits that he had and effort to make them true in your life, and you will see how good things will come around you and will come to you and for the people that are close to you. So we'll see in the next video. I hope we can continue learning about the lives of good people and what they did to be better and better every day.